Yo, what is going on, everybody? Hello, happy holidays for everybody celebrating. We're kind of in the middle or in between two major holidays, at least here in the US. And so I'm just hopping in for a very, very quick stream today because I haven't streamed in almost a week. And there's seems to be a lot. Actually, there's not that much going on, but we have seen some significant SPS burns. We've seen SPS jump up to, well, it was at 3.7 cents. It no longer is, but we're just right below that. SPS did flip vouchers, which was kind of cool. DEC, though, interestingly enough, is struggling a little bit with pegs. So I'm wondering if we have gotten into a position where there's just too much. I mean, it can't be that much more, but why would people be selling DEC is the real question here. Why would people be dumping on the market, unless my only guess is that the team would do it, but the team has said in the past that they don't dump DEC on the marketplace. So obviously Bitcoin is down a little bit from the 43 it was at yesterday, and overall, we're seeing some solid burns across the ecosystem, both for DEC, although I guess we did mint a little bit more over the past whatever. SPS is getting burned. Conflicts, which are going to be a big voucher burn, have now been pushed back to mid-January. So that is something to consider. I guess we're not going to get off to the hot start that I was hoping for in 2024. But I was expecting a slow start. I wasn't expecting it to be that slow, but it is what it is. There's definitely way more exciting things happening in the rest of the crypto market right now, and probably will be for the next couple of weeks, especially if the Bitcoin but the Bitcoin ETF does go live in the first half of January. So that's going to keep me personally very, very excited, occupied, and focused. So if Splinterlands isn't doing much, then we'll just get there. We'll just get there slowly and steadily. But my issue has always been Splinterlands is going to do it slowly and steadily. The problem is if they go too slowly and too steadily. Steadily is probably not bad, but if they go too slowly, they're gonna miss the bull run. So we'll see if this ETF rumors, or if the ETF rumors do come true, and we get a pop off in Bitcoin, maybe the rest of the market. But yeah, that's kind of where things are at in terms of like across Hive in general, since we do tend to cover a good amount of Hive games here. Let's see, let's go down. So GLG is actually out. You can earn in GLG. I've played a couple of games. I have not been able to win because I only have, level 1 or starter cards. But nothing seems to have happened for the GLX price or the GLX token, mainly because I don't think there's any staking requirements that have been implemented there. But even still, if so, they did the airdrop and staking rewards. There's like 600 million GLX out there in the world. This is not correct. Oh, is it only three? Oh, never mind. Okay, so there's only 300 million, of which we've burned about 13 million, I guess. Interesting. This is incorrect because there's no more GLX being given out. But they do have the LPs coming in soon. So, at the end of the day, I'm more of investor approach DeFi. So I'm more interested to see what happens there. But the problem is they're going to be giving out a ton more GLX, because if those LP rewards go live, then people will just be getting GLX and then subsequently dumping it as their profit or their return from getting from liquidity pools. And then here's the thing, right now there's just not enough of an incentive to stake GLX, right, as opposed to SPS. I made that video yesterday. Everybody got super heated about it, which is funny. But GLX is kind of where I wanted SPS to go, where there's no more rewards being given out for staking. But unlike SPS, GLX does not have a staking requirement. GLGT does not have any value, right? I mean, maybe you can buy some packs with it, but who's buying packs? So, at this point in time, there's just a lot of utility that needs to go to GLX, which I just don't see happening in the near future. Now, that being said, I don't want to just be bearish to be bearish, but there is a new game that they were talking about launching in January, which the only reason I'm paying attention to, and again, just loosely paying attention to, is the fact that they have already like tested it. It's already been built out. So if there is a game that is going live that's actually fun to play, that would be cool. And they find a way to integrate it with, the GLX platform, that would be cool. If we get to January and it's just a pre-sale, I'm out. That's just what it is. I'm not interested. So, but we'll have to wait and see. Aggie did mention that the game was put up on itch.io. I tried looking for it. I haven't been able to find it. But that, they were getting some positive feedback there, and it seemed like it was fun. Itch.io is like a place where like indie devs can just post their games. So, yeah, I am curious to see what happens there, but I'm not really a fan of what's happening with just GLG in general, especially after they like set aside, 500,000 packs for rewards and stuff. I don't know. I was talking with Tails on Tails' stream yesterday. He was explaining the numbers. So, yeah, there's no match liquidity in GLG right now. Otherwise, I'd enjoy playing it more. Also, the amount that I would need to spend in order to like start leveling up these cards is significant, and the rewards just aren't worth it. Nor can I bot my account. So, one for team bots right there. Golem Overlord. I know there's been a lot of stuff happening with Golem Overlord that I've not been following. The only thing I've been good about with Golem Overlord is checking in roughly every 12 hours to claim my part and then build up my fortification. that's pretty much it, because I don't like getting attacked. Decrops, I kind of stepped away from that for a little while. I just logged back in the other day. But I know Decrops is even trying to do something. There's a proposal live. Rise of the Pixels game actually in beta. That's cool. All right, but they've sold less than 6,000 packs. So I don't know anything about this game, but I just know that it's created by or supported by Peak Monsters. So that might be something to jump into if you guys have any info on that. TerraCore is just something I just have not been able to jump into recently as well. So that's it. There is the Holozing thing that I'm following as well, but for the most part, I don't really know what's going on there outside of just collecting my Zing token. So that is just where we're at. Let me see who's here. Gather the Magic. Good morning. Things looking good for a great 2024. I know. I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait. Bitcoin ETF, Bitcoin halving. It's going to be phenomenal. Matthew Young, good to see you, man. Gavin says, swapping SPS for vouchers to get a jump on the 2.0 for construction buildings, grabbing time crystals 2 at a discount. Interesting that you think vouchers have a higher upside than SPS, but you do you, bro. Let's see. International Travel Channel, good to see you here. Staking GLX only gets you GLG tokens now, I think. Yeah, I mean, staking GLX is one of the only ways to get GLG tokens, GLGT, right? It's like 10,000 GLGT tokens that go to stakers of GLX, and then 2,500 to node license holders, which is so just man, I'm just kind of over these ecosystems that just print to print. Like, I don't get it. It's like, let's shoot ourselves in the foot to see if we can overcome it in the future, right? We're gonna run a marathon, but we're gonna shoot ourselves in the foot and then get started. So Matthew says, my thought is, imagine if all the time and energy that went into GLG went into SPL. I can't even imagine. Well, that's definitely something to consider. I mean, GLG has its own team, and man, can you imagine if that team had been focusing on adding like other game modes to Splinterlands? That would have been pretty cool. But that was never what the intention was, right? They got their partnership. And they had to build something, and they're still building it. Gathering says, Go is becoming my passive DEC source, focusing more on the game and love the daily quests to keep things interesting. Now, okay, so this is fascinating. You're calling Go your passive DEC source, which means that you are ultimately a net seller of part, which is not surprising considering that I think most people are probably net sellers of part. And that's why we've continued to see it go down, down, down. Same thing with TerraCore scrap. So, I mean, I think it's great. I think it's, from the beginning, I said I was not necessarily bullish on Go, but I was bullish on whatever Yixin was building. But even with, his absolutely torrid pace of development, which is very impressive, he hasn't been able to get people to spend more than they earn in the game. So I don't know if and when that ends up happening. I'm actually, we'll check it later, I guess. But let's see. Eraserheads, Happy New Year to you too. So Gathering says vouchers will get more of a pump quicker because of 2.0 and battle wagons. Love SPS more long term. We'll load up on vouchers now and convert back over to SPS. Yeah, I see. Loading up on vouchers is just. I mean, I guess you could throw them into the liquidity pool. It's getting like 50%. But yeah, like loading up on vouchers, I mean, not financial advice, but if I wanted to load up on vouchers, I would literally just go out and buy. I would go out and buy nodes because at least it's earning you vouchers, and you are holding the money printer rather than buying it from the money printers, right? So it's all about owning assets, which vouchers are not an asset. Vouchers are the closest thing that we have to fiat, right? If you want to compare the ecosystems, vouchers are the closest thing that we have to fiat. They just keep getting printed and printed and printed. And, the team has to constantly find ways to do things. Now, over time, the team can change certain policies, add and implement things, and maybe vouchers do go up in value. But I would much rather be holding the money printer because that money printer is also printing SPS. Right. And for the most part, I will say that even though I'm still burned from this, I will say that node licenses have held their value decently well. And what I mean by that is, at least for the past, 6-8 months, whatever it is, maybe even this entire year, we've been right. Sure, it's dropped down as low as $400 or $500. It's starting to rise up now with the rise of the tokens. But if you didn't buy during the hype wave in September of 2022, which I did, then you're kind of sitting pretty right now, earning a decent APR on an asset that is not super volatile. It doesn't have as much upside, but the tokens it gives you, right, SPS, has potential upside, and then vouchers are just going to be printed. So that's just how I view it. Matthew says, I don't think vouchers get all that much, man. I do wish they would, but at 40K a day, it doesn't take long to replenish what is lost. Yeah. So the magic number here is 1.2 million vouchers per month. 1.2 million vouchers per month. So for example, they were supposed to launch conflicts in December. It's now getting pushed more than a month, right? It's supposed to be with the launch of Rebellion at the beginning. Then it got pushed to December 12th. Then it gets pushed to mid-January. So in that time frame, we have minted another 1.2 million vouchers. And so how many battle wagons is that? Let's see. 1.2 million. 12000 divided by 5. That is 240,000 battle wagons. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's 50, right? So what is that? That's 24,000 battle wagons. I don't even think we're gonna sell 24,000 battle wagons. I mean, how many are you guys getting? Right? 24,000 battle wagons. Let's assume the game has, I don't know, let's be very generous here. Let's say the game has 6,000 players, each of them buying 4 battle wagons. I don't think. I mean, I'm gonna buy one because I don't have any rebellion cards, and I might buy more over time if I continue to get more rebellion cards. But yeah, I mean, I have 4 rebellion cards, including the promos, and I haven't even leveled them up, so I'll need to level them up and do that. Hey guys, I'm sorry. I got to take a quick call. I'll literally be right back in. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to call him back because I'm not going to be streaming long here anyway. Let's see here. So I figure at 20 cents peg. Let me just text him and say I'll call right back. There we go. All right, I figure 20 cents peg in-game vouchers can hit 10 cents easily, and that is a 3x. I am happy with that. You know, it sounds like we're in a bull run. Gather the magic. It sounds like we're in a bull run because I think people tend to project a little bit much. But you know, I would love for vouchers to hit their 20 cent peg. But I'll tell you this, unless there's a massive wave of people coming in, or my big thing is probably going to be whatever the mini set is. And I can't imagine the mini set's going to come out before July, right? My guess is that similar to Rift Watchers, it's going to come out somewhere between July and September. So there's like a good 6 months. And in that 6 months, we're going to print another 7 million vouchers, right? So I don't know. That being said, it is what it is. I don't know how many vouchers we burned. Actually, we can see how many vouchers we have burned. So let's see. 90,000 plus. We'll just round out to 490,000. So 580,000 times 5 vouchers. So this is for Rebellion packs. Oh, fascinating. Check this out. So Rebellion packs have burned 2.9 million vouchers, right? So not even 3 million vouchers, of which we're still sitting on 11 million, right? 11.7, almost 12 million. And by the time the next major catalyst, in my opinion, will come out, what is that? The whatever, actually, I was like trying to think of the name and I was like, wait, we don't have a name for the mini set. Whenever that does come out, we'll print at least another 7 to 9 million vouchers by that time. 7 to 10 million vouchers if it comes out in September. So, you know, between now and then, do you really think something like Battle Wagons or Conflicts are going to burn 18 million vouchers when Rebellion couldn't even burn 3 million? I don't think so. That's why I continue selling my vouchers every day. But I also don't feel bad about it because if vouchers go up, then I'm just going to, I'll just print, they'll just be more printed. So Battle Wagons thoughts, how can you participate and how many can we have per account? You can have unlimited per account. The way you participate is just staking your Rebellion cards and packs on it. I'm sure there'll be more information when it does come out. But as of now, I think the team is just finalizing whatever, and we'll share the details when they're ready. All right, so again, it says, Matt, wait until the next phase of land comes out and people need 25 vouchers, my guess, to construct a building and multiples of that to level buildings. They will go fast. All right, see, but Gathering the Magic, you are very much speculating on what these prices are. So again, 25 vouchers. You really think that in order to level up a building, they're going to require 25 vouchers at a soft peg of, 20 cents? Like that's $5. I mean, again, will that take away from a potential DEC burn? That's going to be disappointing too. So I don't know where you're getting your numbers from here, but I don't think they're real. And even if they are, when is Land 2.0 coming out? My guess is not in 2024. So that's going to be another 15 million vouchers printed between now and the end of 2024. So if it comes out like early 2025, we will be sitting at like 25 million vouchers, minus maybe a couple 100,000 for Battle Wagons, minus a couple of million for here's your realistic take on vouchers, right? So between now and next year, beginning of next year, we will have 26 million vouchers, right? It's about 12 million now. We're going to print another 14.2 million. So 26 million vouchers are going to be printed between now and the end of 2024. What is going to burn that many vouchers, right? If we continue at the rate that we're going for, Rebellion, all right, let's do some real math here. let's say we sell, let's just say we're like 500,000, 600,000 packs right now. Let's say we do sell 12 million. Or, sorry, not 12 million, but 3 million, right? That's not even Matt's goal. Matt's goal was 1.5 million. I'm thinking 12 or 3 million, right? I'm hoping that we can get to 3 million. So that would essentially be what, 2.4 million packs times 5. That would be about 12 million, right? 12 million vouchers for Rebellion. And that's if Rebellion sells double what Matt's expectations are. We sell 3 million packs. So boom, there you go. There's 12 million out of the 26. Let's say the mini set comes out. You can see here that the mini set, for Rift Watchers did not do anywhere near what Chaos Legion did. Let's say we get another million for whatever the Rift Watchers will be, right? There's 131. I mean, so let's even be bullish here. Let's say 1.2 million packs sell at the same rate, 5 vouchers off. That's another 6 million. So here we go. 12 million for Rebellion remaining, right? 6 million for whatever the mini set is. We're now up to 18 million out of the 26. So now there's 8 million vouchers remaining. And I think 1 million vouchers for battle wagons is stupidly high, but I'm going to give it to you. Right? I don't think there's any world in which we sell, in which we burn, that much, but I don't know. I could be wrong. What is it? 1 million vouchers divided by 50. Right. That's 20,000 battle wagons. Like that is absurdly high for the player base that we have. It doesn't even make sense. Right. If you look at all the packs, for example, well, actually packs are not going to be the best way to do it, but 20,000 battle wagons seems absurdly high, but I'm going to give it to you. So now we're down to 7 million. What else is there? Okay, let's hope that there's 4 promo cards out there. If each of those promo cards comes in the past, we've seen them burn up to it was like $1,000 or 1,000, US, half off in vouchers, whatever. We've seen like up to like 500,000 burn. So that's another 2 million vouchers. Again, assuming that there's 4 promo cards that are all have like a discount in vouchers. So now we're from 7 down to 5 million. So I guess that leaves land, right? I think that's the only thing left. Anything like what in land is going to eat up 5 million vouchers? And again, 5 million vouchers, but we also have to consider the fact that everything we just looked at is super bullish, right? That, oh yeah, we're going to sell 3 million Rebellion packs. Oh yeah, we're going to sell 1.2 mini set packs. Oh, we're going to sell out on all of the promo cards, which we do not have a record of doing in the past. We don't have that track record. And the battle wagons are going to be super high. So at this rate, I don't see it happening, right? I think that we'll just continue to print more and more and more. Now, that being said, Matt is a man on a mission, and I respect that. And so if he raises the prices for a bunch of things in order to get vouchers more scarce or scarcer, I'm cool with it. Like, I mean, go for it. I just shared with you the extremely bullish numbers that by the end of next year, we're still going to be 5 million vouchers plus, or in the positive, right? And that's a lot, considering that's like what, 3 to 4 months worth of supply. Okay, Matthew says, what's your take on conflicts? How much do you think you need? Oops. Okay. How much do you think you need to get 1 card, silver level, gold level deck? Dude, I have no idea. I just know that, it's probably going to be very top heavy. Think back to the burn event. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know what's going on with conflicts. I don't know why they decided to delay it necessarily, but if they did delay it, hopefully they're having conversations on how to make it a good experience all around. Don't get me wrong, it'll take time, but once Land 2.0 comes out and people need vouchers to help pay for constructing upgrades, maybe reduce, and it's cost 40K a day may not be enough. I mean, see, okay, so here's the thing though. Opportunity cost. You're buying vouchers right now with no time frame on when they will go up and how much they'll go up by. Also, they have a hard cap. You're selling SPS, which does not have, not a hard cap, but like a ceiling, a hard ceiling on the peg, right? Soft ceiling, we'll call it, on the peg, 20 cents. You're selling SPS to do that. SPS, which does have a hard cap, right? So there's only going to be 3 billion ever minted. There's going to be ongoing utility that we know of, right? Through rebellion packs, through anywhere that DEC is needed, we are going to need to burn SPS. So selling SPS for vouchers, just like, again, I can't tell you what to do, bro. I know you've been a voucher bull for a long time, but I just feel like I've been selling my vouchers. You've been telling me that you're buying vouchers for the longest time. I've been telling you that I've been selling them at 12 cents, 10 cents, 7 cents, 3 cents, 2 cents. Yeah, sure. They popped up back up to 3, almost 4 cents now. But the fundamentals of this ecosystem and the engagement of the people within it, as awesome as they are, just doesn't do it for me in terms of like, oh yeah, vouchers are the thing. Vouchers are where I'm going to put my hard-earned capital. No, it's going to be SPS. All right. If anything, is going to be SPS, because I can literally walk away and come back in the future, do zero work, and still get the upside benefit. Vouchers in the meantime are not going to get you anything unless you put them in the pool and then they earn you some SPS. But I think you're looking forward to like the upside of vouchers. And if vouchers do end up going up, then you miss out on that due to impermanent loss. Matthew says, I'm excited for comics, but also nervous. I know how much I've sunk into Rebellion, and if I don't get a single airdrop, I'm going to be pretty sad. Yeah, I think that's the general thought right now, and probably something that the team would need to consider. Skyer, what's happening? Our Riftwatcher pack circulating number has to be wrong. No one has opened a pack in the last couple of weeks. Stuck at 131,403. Maybe. I mean, there's a lot of... I mean, don't get me wrong. I love T-Hawks. I love Splinter cards, but there's a lot of data that's not updated there sometimes. So 10,000 DEC construct a building, or 5,000 DEC and 25 vouchers is my guess. All right. Yeah. I mean, again, that sucks because like I don't care about vouchers. I want the flywheel to go off. And so I would rather all of that be in DEC. Just my personal opinion. Also, Rebellion average cost 4.61 now is wild. Yep. All right. I don't think we will ever burn the full amount of vouchers. However many there will be, I think the overall supply will slowly decrease when 2.0 comes out, the next promo card. Yep, but but here's the thing. The team needs to be constantly delivering value and utility to vouchers through new products, new things, right? And I love the team, but that they've had a little difficulty, being consistent in terms of executing and delivering stuff in the timeframes that they and we expect. Now, I will say this, with the change over, right? Matt's been pretty good. There was only one delay, or sorry, there's been 2 delays now, right? The delay of land for 2 weeks, which made sense because it was a holiday. They probably could have done it in 1 week, or 1 week of a delay. And now conflicts. So again, I'm not even trying to look at this and say like, oh, the team's just missing stuff. Dude, every game, every project's going to have delays. So my whole point with this is that they're going to be constantly behind the 8 ball in terms of wanting to give and deliver value to vouchers, right? It'll always be a game of catch up unless, right, we get a serendipitous moment a la 2021 that we get a bunch of people coming into the ecosystem that buy a ton of packs, right? Right now, it's Rebellion packs, right? You don't need to use vouchers, but you can use vouchers, and it makes sense to use vouchers. So, that would be the only way in which I can see us getting the supply down. But here's the thing. If people come in, if we all of a sudden get, I don't know, like, 10,000, 15,000 new real players that come in and buy up assets, voucher prices going up is the last thing that I'm excited about, right? It's literally the last thing that I'm excited about, because if you get 10,000 new people coming into the game that want to play silver, gold, diamond, they'll be buying up chaos packs. They'll be buying up SPS. They'll be buying up Rebellion, right? Vouchers is the last thing I'm going to be excited about. There'll be like, it's just, we'll be pumped, but vouchers is like very limited upside. Sure. Yeah. You can look at it as like a 3x, but are you telling me that if we get the same amount of people coming in, that, SPS will have a smaller upside than vouchers? SPS wouldn't do a 3x, or card packs, cards on the market, especially Rebellion cards, wouldn't go up, right? Land potentially. Again, this is not financial advice, and I'm not even saying that all of them are going to outperform vouchers doing a 3x. 3x is still significant, but I'm just saying, like, across the board, there's going to be a lot more exciting things happening if we get 10,000 new players into the game. New Age, what's going on? Morning. Those like me who have a full rebellion set will get around 20 wagons to place the cards in. Okay, New Age, this is fantastic. Thank you for this information. We're gonna do some math right now. Let me pull up my calculator here. So we have, let's just say 500,000 packs open. 500,000 divided by 3,400. There's a total of 147. We'll just call it like 150 max decks possible. So we do 150 max decks possible times 20 vouchers per person. That's three. No, so hold up. 150 times 20 battle wagons. So that's 3,000 battle wagons times 50 vouchers is 150,000 vouchers. So if everybody were to have a max deck, we would have 150,000 vouchers burned. Obviously, it's better than that because people don't have max decks, right? And so therefore, someone like New Age will have 20, but everybody who doesn't even have a maxed deck, right? Because obviously every card isn't maxed out, it's going to be higher than that. Now, again, 150,000 is where we're at right now. That is if every player was like super into it and wanting to maximize their returns. I think there's going to be a lot of casuals around there too. Do the casuals account for like an incredibly long tail of 850,000 vouchers? Or sorry, 850,000 vouchers. I don't know. I don't think so. But again, it's fine, right? I know we're talking like probably way too much about vouchers, but it is what it is. I wish I had a full rebellion set. Oh, you know what? Going back to vouchers real quick though, let's hope Soulkeep comes out and maybe uses vouchers too. That'd be fun. So Matthew says, I wish I had a full rebellion set, but I'm working on it slow and steady. The commons are brutal though, so expensive to max out. Yep. Unlocking soulbound cards will burn lots of voucher things. Ooh, Wibble, you know what? I did miss this one. So where were we at? We had 5 million vouchers. So yeah, maybe soulbound cards could do that. All right. Maybe soulbound cards could. I don't know if they would eat up 5 million, but there are some things. So, Gathering, going back to your point here, I'm not trying to say that vouchers don't have the upside potential, all right? But what you're relying on that I don't want to rely on is an uncertain time frame. You are relying on no returns in the meantime, right? You can't stake vouchers or earn anything from them without risking impermanent loss. So therefore, you lose the upside potential, right? You can put them into the LP, and on top of that, you're relying on the team, right? You're relying on the team to continue delivering specific utility to them, whereas you wouldn't necessarily need that with SPS because the utility is already there and built in, right? We could go along and, people like if no new players come into the game, even just the burning of DEC for market fees and current players playing things out will lead to more SPS potentially getting burned as DEC, starts to become scarcer and too expensive to buy off the market. Yeah, whenever unlocking comes out, who knows? I love SPS way more than vouchers, but I think there's a big opportunity to 3x my SPS bag using vouchers. See, now you're playing an even more dangerous game, in my opinion. You think that vouchers are going to do a 3x before SPS moves. I mean, hey, you know what? It's I hope it works out for you, man. I really do. Interesting. How would that be? Says Red's Head. I think vouchers will get a quicker pump than SPS. If vouchers hit 10 cents, I will swap back to SPS. All right, man. Well, like I said, I genuinely, honestly hope it works out for you. Honestly, I want to not spend $400 to get a maxed Lavinia of the Wolf. Yeah. The summoners are interesting, but I'm just not interested right now. The burn will likely come when they introduce the new potions for the airdrop chances after the conflicts end. Ooh, yeah, that's another thing too. Yep. Vilson, what's going on? So again, he says, I totally agree with you. SPS is way more important than vouchers, and I just want as much SPS as I can get. Just think vouchers may be an opportunity to help grow your other assets. Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, I'm not saying that what you're doing is wrong. I'm just explaining why I wouldn't do it based on the parameters and the factors that are a little too variable for me, right? So that's just what it is. Brandon, what's going on? Don't sell SPS. Oops, just sold 2,400 worth. And once again, 0.5% hit from SPL to ETH, 1% slippage in pool, and 24. Oh gosh, man, that is awful. That is awful. Yeah, I sold a couple $100 worth earlier this week. But yeah, for me, I just don't even want to deal with ETH, and I know that's still like the best way to go about it. But yeah, I mean, you're also selling significantly more, so enjoy that ice cream money. Let's go. Got some. You can get like some good Christmas gifts or a family vacation with that. It's not bad. All from a game. How awesome. Speaking of which, this was at 3.7 and then Brandon sold, so now we're down to 3.6. But I'm curious to see where the next potential burn is going to happen. We're getting down to 282 million. We'll see if the next thing kind of pushes it up. It's been kind of nice, slow and steady grind here. And hopefully we will continue on that. All right, hold on. See, I don't know. I'm gonna have to call this number back. Okay. How long have I been live? Because this is always going to be a quick, short stream. 37 minutes. ETH is the best way for a US citizen to get to fiat off ramp. Unfortunately, you're right. BNB is not an option. Actually, Brandon, you know what? Can't you send? Here's another thing, and we can maybe discuss this offline. But one thing that I've considered, because I just recently opened a crypto.com account, is selling or like transferring it out on BNB, transferring it on the BNB chain as SPS to crypto.com and then selling there. So that's part of the reason that I looked at crypto.com recently, just because they're like the only company or the only US exchange that has a connection to BNB outside of Binance US. But Binance US, like they're being totally weird right now. You can't like do like withdrawals and stuff like that. You sold on ETH. How come? Yes, ice cream's gonna be delicious. All right, Amsterdam, are you looking to pick up more land plots or workers for your plots? How's your land game going? My land game is going just fine. I have zero intention of spending any more on it. I do in the short term. I would like to maximize my production on my keep whenever 2.0 goes live and we start getting those trifoil runes. But yeah, right now, like the premium on Area 51 is pretty high. I know DJ was selling some on there. And if I'm gonna spend any money in this game, which I'm really trying not to, just because I'm already like way overexposed and stuff. If I'm gonna spend any money, it's gonna be on buying some Rebellion cards here and there. But like I said, I put that video out the other day. I bought my first Rebellion cards, which felt pretty good. They've already come in handy in several instances. And yeah, we'll just see how things go over time. Blockchain Project says, I prefer slow and steady upward price. Yep. I don't disagree. So Wilson says, Wilson, I'm US based and my fiat ramps are big exchanges, primarily Gemini, which does not deal with BNB. Yeah. All right. So question, what is the most efficient way to sell in-game assets and bring that over to fiat? Can't I just sell on TribalX, turn and swap.LTC? Yes, you can. That is an option. I would like to know that as well. I've done this before, so I've never actually taken anything out of SPL. You can use Hive Engine, but liquidity there is poor and pricing will vary. Yeah, liquidity is rough. So if you're doing big things like larger amounts, Hive Engine's not going to be the space. Also, I've tried to withdraw some things from Hive Engine. There's sometimes delays or it gets lost. Like it's not my favorite. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I wish there was a guide for this. So one thing that I have, because I've been testing out a couple different things, right? So I would look into this and just be very, very careful. And like, I don't even want to give you like recommendations on specific things just because I don't want to. I'm not trying to be like evasive about it. I just don't want to be giving recommendations like live on stream. But one of the things that I have been exploring, to not be specific, is actually withdrawing to the BNB chain and then bridging that over to Solana, Polygon, and I've even been exploring Base, right, which is Coinbase's L2. Mainly, like, I got involved with Base because of Parallel, and so now I actually don't mind Base. It's actually pretty good, and it just sits on top of ETH. So and it's just got, you know, nice easy interoperability with Coinbase. So those, yeah, that's kind of what I'm exploring. I haven't found like the best option because, once again, like, bridges don't necessarily have, you know, as much liquidity and all that. So there's no like foolproof option. There's no like, you know, go-to option yet. I'm just trying to explore different things, right? So bridging, being able to like withdraw to BNB, which is significantly cheaper, and then bridging out to a cheaper chain than ETH, Polygon, Solana, and even Base. A lot of these US-based exchanges will have, you know, deposits available through those chains. So like, it's not just, you know, it's not just ETH. Yeah, many folks do that. Swap LTC down to exchange. It's been a while since I did it, but my volumes would nuke swap that LTC pools. Yeah. You could also sell Hive and send LTC out. Yep. I say I've never used ETH. I've always just went through Coinbase. Best option in EU is probably Hive to Binance. Oh yeah, I mean, if you have access to Binance and Hive is there, you're set. So before you do any guide or video on it, I need to get with Neo on a new off ramp which pays bills, does ACHs and fiat straight from crypto. I'll DM. Oh, that'd be awesome. I wasn't planning to do a video on it, but if you guys are launching a service, I'm happy to share that with everyone. Gaming. How much did you lose on fees? For what? Oh, for that. It all depends. Usually, I can get, you know, because I'll do like USDC on Binance or the BNB chain, and then I'll bridge that over, and I don't lose too much from there. So it's just paying the gas fees, which, again, like, I've just been doing test amounts, right? So the gas fees in percentage wise compared to the amount that I'm testing, right, 10, 20 bucks is going to be high. But if you do want to do like higher amounts, there are options, and I guess the fees would be significantly lower. I mean, if you wanted to, and I don't even know how much this would run, but like, you could also withdraw USDT from Hive Engine. I don't know how much liquidity there is, but you could withdraw that on the Ethereum chain. You'd pay ETH gas fees, but you'd also not have to deal with multiple things. You just withdraw from Hive Engine, which I think is going to be like 1% or 0.75%. And then you also have to pay the gas fees, which surprisingly don't seem as high, but I've actually never tested it. So you're buying Rebellion. I see you did well with your FOMO this time. Yeah. Told you. I bought a bunch of packs. I got some of the airdrop cards, and then I sold all the packs, and pretty much that was fantastic because the pack prices were up. All right, so yeah, unfortunately, other than SPL, I'm quite new with crypto in general. So if I were to do sell, it's going to be the process of figuring out, one, how to get out, and two, how to figure out taxation on it. Yeah, well, that's why I kind of like the crypto.com thing, and now I'm like becoming very much an evangelist for making sure that we keep crypto.com, because it's one of the only ways that people can onboard and have an off ramp for SPS in the future. And so, you know, it allows you to like create your cost bases there, or if you like have it as rewards, then you can just come in and, you know, sell it to fiat straight. Not our service. Neil just showed it to me and I forgot the name. He used it for a time. Critical fiat transfer for investment for it worked out well. Okay, cool. Yeah, I would love to learn more about that too. So please do let me know. For BNB to Sol, I mean, yeah, I want to Sol bridge yesterday, dude. Yeah, so okay, I haven't done Solana yet. The bridges that I've looked at, well, See, again, this is not a recommendation, guys. So please, this is not financial advice. If you get screwed on this because you went and check something else, it's your own fault. You need to go and take some responsibility. I'm just sharing with you what I have tried, okay? And I'm only trying services or platforms that, in my opinion, have a little bit more clout and reliability within the community. The two that I have tried, the two bridges that I've tried, are the one that MetaMask runs and the one that is run by PancakeSwap. I'm not going to walk you through it. I'm not going to show you because I don't even know all of it myself. I have had success bridging some things over, but I don't know the liquidity, and I'm not trying to get you guys to do it. I'm just telling you where I'm testing stuff out, right? PancakeSwap is a DEX that I've used for a long time. And I would find that their stuff reliable. I would be more inclined to use something like PancakeSwap if they had a bridge, or use their bridge, I should say, rather than just typing somewhere into Google and being like, hey, Solana to, or BNB to Solana bridge. Cause you don't know, like if you go into like one of these random websites and just like search it up, and then it's actually some scam thing, you connect your wallet and they drain the funds. Yeah, that's terrible. Right. So I'm very, very selective and very careful about like where I connect wallets to, as you should be as well. So that's why, like, I didn't want to give names, but those are the ones that I have been exploring. The one that MetaMask runs officially through their their extension and whatever, and then PancakeSwap just because I've used it before. All right, I wonder if Neil do a video on this. That'd be cool. Yeah, Neil and I could get into it next Monster Maverick show. Sure, just remind me. Nice. All right, I will be tuning in. I have a lot of stuff to catch up from the Monster Maverick show from last week or just earlier, and then it's just been busy. I keep forgetting your vet V. I love watching the Monster Maverick show and learning from you and Neil. Cool, thanks for watching. Yeah, no, I've learned so much from them too, and I'm really glad to see Neil A is doing better, and B, he's back and talking about Splinterlands. So that is awesome. All right, guys. As I said, I was going to keep this short. So I'm not even going to make it to an hour here just because I got a lot of other things I got to take care of today. I am back, and I will say this. I do have a lot of stuff going on this holiday weekend as well. So there won't be any streams between now and Sunday. I mean, maybe I'll actually be free on New Year's Day, oddly enough. So maybe we'll hop in for a stream on New Year's Day, maybe on Monday, but definitely nothing tomorrow through Sunday. But we'll see, because I'm free. I'm free later in the day on New Year's Day, and then I don't know. We'll see if Darkest Night wants to hop in and chat, because he's been wanting to. So we'll figure something out. But that is all I got for you guys. That is all I have for you guys now. I will try to work on some more content between now and then. And, hopefully not ruffle too many feathers as I did with that SPS take. That has the most comments, I think, of any video I've ever put out. And there was a lot of angry people, which is, I like to see the passion. I disagree respectfully. And I can see, the thing is, I can see where people are coming from, but, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. That was fun. It was fun. Just trying to think outside the box. All right. Anything else here? Something random? Anyone here on Polkadot? I have not messed around with Polkadot at all, but I do know that they're decent. All right. How's that millionaire card in Rockstar? I think you mean Rising Star, and I have not played it for months at this point. So I wasn't angry, but I totally disagreed on that. Yeah. No, I mean, again, I get it. And maybe we need just a little bit more utility. But then my follow-up question is, right? My follow-up question is, okay, if you are against it, what happens when it runs out? We're about halfway there. So sometime in 2026, right? Do we replenish it, or do we just let it go? I don't know. Hopefully by that time, vouchers will be at like $25 a pop again. We'll see. Brandon says, thanks for doing the stream. This is a slow week for all creators. Always fun to pop in here, live chat. Awesome. Well, thank you for stopping by, everybody. Yeah, I know it's been a little busy just with travel and family stuff. Like I said, I'm done with the travel, but still got a bunch of family stuff this upcoming weekend. But I will at least try to put some thought-provoking content out there to ruffle your feathers just a little bit, make you think a little bit outside the box. I'm not even saying that I'm right. I was trying to find ways that we could turn sinks off. That's all it was, right? Sinks that didn't necessarily need to be there. But that's just my opinion, and I think we know how the community would vote. So my idea would be voted down, and that's totally cool. That's all it is. We just got to keep putting ideas out there. The best ones will win. But if I don't chat with you guys before the new year, I want to wish you all the best for the upcoming holiday and for the upcoming year. Hopefully this ends up being something super prosperous, both in terms of the richness of your life, but also, we're all here in Web3 trying to make some extra cash and crypto. So hopefully it ends up being a good one for everyone. And whether it's Splinterlands or Parallel or Hive or Golem Overlord, let's hope all this stuff pops so that we can go and get our Splinter Island at some point and have some fun. But that's all I got. Have an amazing rest of your day and your weekend. I'll catch up with you all soon. Peace.